Hát nem éppen a tipikus kaliforniai időjárás fogadott minket ma reggel, már csöpörgött az eső, lefolyt az arcunkon. Ezt mindenképpen muszáj ott beletenni, Bence, ne röhögjél. Ettől függetlenül most egy picit elállt, kiderült az ég, úgyhogy nagyon gyorsan eljöttünk ide a Legendás Car Rentalshoz, ugyanis ez egy olyan cég, akik ilyen legendás, kultikus, régebbi típusokat adnak bérbe, és itt van mellettem Roni, aki ugye a marketing főnöke az egész cégnek. Körbevitt már minket, kitippeltünk egy-két dolgot, amit gyorsan le tudnánk itt forgatni, amíg újra le nem szakad az ég. Úgyhogy most dumáljunk egy picit arra, hogy egyáltalán hogyan éri meg, és miért éri meg egy ilyen céget futtatni itt Kaliforniában. So Ronnie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So,
thank you.
My first question is, how long do you work here? And so obviously there were two questions. How long do you work here, and how can you make a thing like this to be run effectively here in the States, especially in California?
Well, it's a good question, tough question. We've been around since 2015 with the Legend brand here, with the cars that we have, with most of the cars, and we just added more fleet to it. So since 2015.
You were here from the beginning?
From the beginning. As far as the second question, to make it successful, you need an extremely strong team. It takes multiple people to make it a success. And that's what it requires, an extremely strong team. We have the best mechanics that there is. So we have multiple cars and a good selection.
So these old cars need constant maintenance?
Constant maintenance. Even
because
the newer
we are
cars.
In a workshop. It looks like a workshop.
This is a workshop.
You got another one over there.
Most of them are, no matter what, they're always being continuously worked on. So
right.
Even the ones that are completely ready to go right now, if they want it to be rented, we'll still tweak it and make it better. And some of them are in different stages. So this one is going to be done probably in about 2 months, finished. Right. The other one about 3 weeks. A couple of those are a few more months out. So they're in different stages of coming out. But we have, like I said, the best mechanics, multiple mechanics, full-time.
How many people are working for you as mechanics?
Mechanics, two full-time mechanics.
Two full-time. And how does the system work? So I just pick up the phone, call you up and said, all right, I need a 355 Speedster, or I don't know, I need a Bel Air, and that's it?
That's pretty much it, and if you want it delivered, we can deliver it for you.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Depending on the vehicle, you could drive it yourself, or we could tow it to you. Depending on if it's a movie production,
right.
Weddings, things like that.
So take us around. Take us around and show us how it's done.
Okay.
So this place is called what?
This, I guess we would call it the main garage. We hold a lot of the cars here to keep it out of the rain, as you can see.
You're also renting vans.
We do have a lot of vans, a lot of Sprinter vans, passenger and cargo. They've all been pretty much updated. Upgraded with like we saw.
I just saw a schedule over there.
This is kind of a quick schedule for the guys to always be updated. It's a fluid, so like you said, we do get calls. I need a car in an hour.
Oh.
And it has happened before, where either somebody else may drop the ball, or they promise a car that they cannot deliver, and we have to step in. And
how many cars you got right now?
Right now in the classic fleet, about 25.
25?
25.
And all of them are in this place?
Some of them are out, some of them are in our Vegas location.
Oh, you got also
we have a Vegas location. Okay. It's actually bigger with a warehouse, but we also have more vans in the Vegas location.
Okay.
We also have a San Francisco location.
So it's a big company, right?
We're growing. So.
And how many rentals do you make per year? You're not counting them out?
That's a tough one. I don't have a specific number. I'll have to look it up.
It can measure it in thousands, or
in the thousands. It would measure in the thousands with the vans too. Yes.
So this is the main garage.
This is the main garage
Smaller
for the classic cars.
Yeah.
The main garage for the vans is in Vegas.
All right.
But yeah, this is the main garage for the classic cars.
And what's over there?
So one of the things that does make us a unique company is our ability to get certain cars that nobody else can get, and it has to do with our reputation. It has to do with our partners. This is a GTO too as well. It's in the works. It actually runs really well right now. Everything is almost done. Just the interior is left. It doesn't look as good as it now. What's under here, and you can go ahead and if you want to unveil. But this can be rented as well. and it makes it unique for
Oh my God.
whoever wants to have that special car.
Somebody
in the
put
shop.
some serious money in it. You know?
This is serious money, yeah. It would require.
It's an
serious
original state.
Completely original. Completely runs. Yeah, absolutely.
You want to do some overhauling on it, or you rent it as it is?
Currently, well, it is going to go through a major overhaul. Yeah, it is. Not a major, but it's going to be redone.
Because I saw some
lot.
ceilings are
Yeah,
old
absolutely.
and things like that. So this is a 300 SL. It came to your fleet when?
Yeah, at the beginning.
At the beginning?
At the beginning. From the beginning.
So if somebody wants a 300 SL to drive on, or is it?
This is more for productions.
All right.
This is for productions, movie sets. So.
Where do you get it? In the States here, or it was shipped from Europe?
This is from the States. Originally from the States. Original owner owned two of them, a black and the silver.
He had two.
Two.
This car is worth way up to $1.5 million.
Close to two, over two, but it won't be sold.
It won't be sold.
The collector will not sell this particular. This is not for sale.
So this is your treasure.
This is
Your
one of the
family
treasures.
treasure.
Yeah, this is a family treasure for sure. This is a piece. But we have lots of other pieces as well too. Iconic, legendary cars that we like to offer.
Those are original ones or recreations?
Most of them are original. The Cobra is a tribute. This particular Porsche Speedster is a tribute. A 57 Chevy Bel Air, completely. I mean, this is an original. We had it redone inside and out from the ground up. Extremely well done for this one. Original. Everything else is original. Well, that one's a.
That one also?
No, this one is a tribute as well. This one. So people like to take these out and drive around for the weekend and
Because
have
they
fun
drive
with them.
like originals.
And that's what we want them to do, is enjoy it.
So they can rent your cars. I just saw your homepage. There are a lot of weddings and special events. For what they rent your cars.
A lot of weddings, a lot of corporate tours, a lot of just people that want to tour possibly in sunny Los Angeles in a convertible classic.
Yeah.
And we have some outside too we can take a look at as well.
Just go.
Sure.
So these are your vans that you rent?
That one is, I believe, going out. It's one of our most popular cars.
Yeah, the Mustang.
The
It's so
Mustang.
obvious, you know. I just saw something interesting in the front of the van. It can be seen better here. So, what's this box good for?
That is a good question.
This is a box with a code.
Correct, yeah. It's a good eye. So we have a lot of clients that are landing at certain times, different hours. So it could be at 2 in the morning or 4 in the morning, and
So
their
you
time
just put the
flies
keys
time.
in.
We put the key, give them the code, and they walk up and they drive off.
Hey, and you have no fear that somebody broke in the car and take it away?
Well,
They're
it's always a
safe?
fear. It's pretty safe. We trust our clients, and they go through a pre-screening process where
All
they
right.
have to send in some paperwork and sign some stuff. So, but it works out well. It's convenient for them.
It's crazy. And what about these? I see the weather is not typical California right now.
Unfortunately, not.
Oh man, there are some beauties.
These are beautiful, and they go out and they make really nice wedding pictures. So this goes out for a lot of weddings, a lot of music videos, a lot of tours, classic tours, car tours, just enjoying the weekend.
For example, how much do I need to pay if I want to take out this Impala SS or the GT over there?
So those are some of our more sought out cars, more unique cars that we own. So that'll run you about $500 for a 24-hour rental.
For a day?
Yeah, so take it out, spend 24 hours, about $500.
Classic cars are more expensive than new ones, or?
Depending on the new one. So our newer Mustangs are about $150 a day. That's brand new Mustang GT.
Yeah.
Whereas
5.0.
5.0. Whereas the classic ones will go for about $400 a day.
All right.
And we have the black GTO, the GT over there.
So these cars are the most, how can I say, all right, the Mercedes is a valuable car. We already know that, but how can you make insurance for these cars? How can you be sure that the guy who takes it isn't gonna crash it, or he's responsible for that?
Normally what we do is we verify the driver's insurance. So you would present us with your own insurance.
Yeah.
Production companies, they carry their own production insurance. And most of these cars, even though they're classic, they're pretty much covered under all insurance, especially in the United States.
Do you have a lot of issues, like crashes and scratches and things like that?
More with the vans.
Because they're big?
They're taller. they go underneath the.
They scratch the roof.
They more than scratch the roof.
More than scratch.
We've had multiple vans completely rip off the roofs. Those are the ones that
because drivers forget it.
Correct.
Oh,
more people are very careful when they're in this, and so they're aware of their situation, and
because they know it's something special.
Correct, and with that they're comfortable, and it's in a van, and so less careful with that. But no, luckily we've had no issues, not major issues with any insurance. No, nothing we can handle.
All right, Ronnie. So what should we take out? I want the GTO definitely.
Anything you want.
Because I love that car. I love that style. It's from the 70s.
Done deal.
It's 1970s GTO.
Yeah.
With the square headlamps and things like that.
And it's got I think it's got the beautiful, gorgeous red interior. So it's nice.
We need to show.
Oh, it's a beautiful car.
So let's make it.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, Ronnie. Na hát ennyi. Mindent megtudtatok, amit tudni kell. Figyelj, itt azért működik ez a dolog, Tibi. Én úgy látom, hogy azért van ott bent egy eseled, valakinek ebbe a cégbe bele kellett fektetni. Nem tudjuk, hogy ki a tulajdonos, de...
Hát meg, hogy tudjuk, hogy látjuk, hogy ezek azért relatív a kisebb értékek, mert hogy az oldalukon azért hirdetnek pár Rolls, meg pár Lamborghini, meg Ferrari, meg...
150 dodóé kapsz egy új 5 literes Mustangot.
Igen, és ez meg 500 per nap.
Ez meg 500 per nap. Hát jó, de ennyi a különbség.
Hát fenn kell tartani egy szervizt konkrétan.
Ja.
Tehát, hogy,
meg egy csomó alkatrész, meg nézd, ott is
igen,
ott raktál.
tehát látszik, hogy a polcokon ott áll minden, hogy ne legyen fennakadás, hogy hú, most éppen a...
Igen, szóval ez, hogy ha kell, akkor kivisszük neked, oda tesszük a ház elé, csak szóljál, kulcsot bent hagyjuk.
Igen. Meg hát eleve itt ugye olyan felújított autókra van szükség, ami nincs rizikófaktor.
Hát nem lehetne 2 méterenként.
Igen, tehát hogy ezek...
Mert akkor elégedetlen lesz az ügyfél.
Pontosan. Napi 500-ért duzzognának, hogyha most lekettyem.
Ki kéne onnan pálszolni
kifogják
azt a GTO-t. Kicsit érdekli, mert az egy nagyon kultikus típus.
Igen.
Ez a harmadik legnagyobb példányszámban eladott muscle car, és ugye bár voltak már muscle carok a Pontiac GTO előtt, mégis ezt tartják az amerikai szakújságírók, nem az európaiak, mert azok összeírnak mindent, hanem az amerikai szakújságírók a GTO-t tartják annak a muscle carok archetípusának. Ez volt az a típus, ami rengetegféle motorvariánst, rengetegféle extrát, meg mindenféle szírszárt karosszéria variánst behozott, és igazából ez indította el azt a hatalmas boomot, aminek ugye a reneszánszát most élik itt Amerikában, mert Európában lassan már porszívókkal közlekedünk, de itt Amerikában nagyon mennek az újra kreált izomautók, tehát 5 méterenként látni egy Camaro-t, egy Challenger-t, egy Charger 5 méterenként, a Mustangokról nem is beszélve, és ez volt az első, amely egy iszonyú szélesre nyitotta az ollót mindenki előtt, aki szeretett volna egy full size, ez nem pony car, ez muscle car, ugye a Mustang egy pony car, egy full size muscle cart venni, és hát nagyon kíváncsi vagyok rá, ehhez már minden volt, érted? Rajta van a kicsi szárny is, amire azt mondták, hogy csinál valamit, de igazából nem csinál semmit, csak jól néz ki. Nem beszéljek annyit, menjünk, jó van. Itt a tulaj. So, that one is yours.
This one's mine.
Personal, your personal car.
I bought this about 8 years ago on maybe 10 years ago now on eBay. It was originally red with tan interior, something kind of a childhood dream car of mine. I always wanted. I like the tack, the kind of a different look, the spoiler on the rear. A lot of things going for it back then, a lot of space age look to it. So I've always been fond of that particular car, hunted it down, and finally got one and was able to make it my own.
So should we remove the cover? Did you take a look around the car? Because I just see some options on it.
Yeah, we always kind of work on them and never stop. We don't usually get them complete. Sometimes we try to get them already done, but they're all kind of ongoing projects. But this one is just about there. It's used in a lot of movie productions, a lot of commercials, like a lot of our stuff.
This particular car?
Yeah. A lot of video content, you know, just stuff like that. We can just throw it on the truck over here. Just right here. Sorry, the cars are so dirty. It's a rainy day in Southern California. Doesn't always happen.
So this was the car I just told our viewers that for some guys, especially in the American press, they said it starts the muscle car boom, There were some cars before it,
Right.
but you got so many options, so many variants, and so many engine options and
1964
everything.
when the GTO rolled out, kind of a souped up, beefed up model of the Tempest and the Le Mans was the birth, for a lot of people at least, for the muscle car. A few years before this one, but the same model, and they just kept it going with this one. This particular one is a 400.
It's got a 400?
Yeah, 400. It's not a full ram air, it's just a semi-ram air. It doesn't have the full intake, but it's the same way it was born with, same motor it was born with, so very
This is
stock
the
in
original
that regard.
engine?
Original engine, original transmission. Correct.
We know you can order a lot of things to the car, like the wings,
The Endura bumper.
The Endura. Does it got the Endura bumper?
Yes, this one has the Endura bumper.
I'll show you, come on.
The tack on the hood is always kind of cool for some people, but this bumper was actually designed to take pretty much impact.
Yeah, and in commercials in the 70s, they used to show it with a hammer.
Correct. The downside of it is, though, is the actual, it flexes after time, and the paint does sometimes crack. But
because it's plastic.
It's plastic. It's a polymade kind of a hybrid plastic. It's just a hard rubber almost.
Yeah.
But very innovative for the time.
Yeah, and this car has the first variable steering ratio.
Absolutely.
Power steering.
That's right.
Which came back in the 90s or the 2000 years. So it was so ahead of its time, you know.
Very much so.
With the hidden wipers that you don't obviously have, the low wipers.
Yeah, a lot of production cars that we use don't actually have some of the bells and whistles that normally would have, but yeah, it does seclude the wipers to be behind the hood, and of course the tack on the hood is always a cool little feature.
Yeah, and it lights in the dark.
It lights,
you know?
It does illuminate, yes. And
but you got also a tacho inside.
This is only tack on the outside, clock delete on the inside.
And you always want a 70 model?
I like the 70 model. I like the...
With the square headlamps?
Yeah, the ones before this, obviously the 67, is a totally different look. 68 gets into more of the same kind of a bubbly look. Of course, the Judge is another special version of the GTO that we tend to like a lot. It's got a lot of loud pinstriping, and it comes from a TV show that it was a variety show that we had here in the States, and
yeah, Make Way for the Judge.
Make way for the Judge. Make way for the Judge. That's correct. So it came from that, and it kind of stuck, and a lot of people ran with it. But at the time, you know, you had the Roadrunner. You had a lot of gimmicky type of cars.
The Chevelle, the Novas.
Yes,
like
a lot of stuff that went with a lot of the pop culture icon at the time. So, but yeah, this is just a kind of my favorite as a kid, and I liked it, and I ended up getting one.
So it's got a 400 in it, automatic transmission.
Yep, that's
it's a TH.
Yeah, 3-speed automatic on the floor. It's got a 400 in it. It's got a little bit of a cam in it, nothing crazy though. Little Flowmaster exhaust system.
What's your rear axle ratio?
I believe this one is
3.9.
Yes, no, it's 3.9. This one's 3.9. It's just the same one it came with, and it's an aggressive car. It's nothing too crazy, but it's
yeah, but it's had some serious power, you know. It's got some 380 HPs on like that.
It absolutely does, yeah, at the minimum. So
and a lot of torque.
A lot of torque. It's reliable. And it's fun, and it gets a lot of good looks out there. So
how much money do you need if you want to buy now?
Now for something like this,
how much they ask for?
Probably I look at them all the time. Probably 30 to 35. Nothing too crazy. Maybe really nice ones in the 40s, you know.
All right.
But I see them all over the place. I mean, California is a hotbed for cars. You gotta look hard enough, you'll find something good to work with. But this particular true 242 VIN number GTO, you know, is a cool car. So it's been doing pretty good. We took it out the other day. We were in LA. You get stuck in a lot of traffic with the classic cars, so you got to be kind of careful where you go, because you can be on the 405 for 20 minutes and move 10 feet.
Yeah, we know.
You know all about it. Yes. So you know
the cooling system needs to be in perfect shape.
Yeah, so not everything is suitable for those conditions, but. You know, our classics for the most part, we don't do a lot of electric fans either. You know, a lot of people think we have electric fans on because of the traffic, but we try to keep it fairly stock, like the GM or whomever the maker is, you know, designed it, and that usually works best for us.
So this is a classic 90-degree V8. It came after the WVU engine.
Yes.
I think it has Another shape of the combustion chamber. The spark plugs came from the side, not from the center. That's how they achieve more torque and a better response.
Pretty simple but effective, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty simple and effective. And they change the shape of the rocker cover and the how can I say, the inlet system. Changes everything. And you can order the Ram Air 2 or Ram Air 3.
Yeah, you can order the Ram Air 2, Ram Air 3, and
does they add some power or only the looks?
You know, it actually is functioning. I mean, it does open at certain speeds, but I don't think it adds all that much power.
All right.
A lot of these 70s, you know, hoods and scoops, and it was mainly for optics and, you know, aesthetics.
But it looks good.
It looks great. It makes the car. A lot of times those hoods make the car. But again, another cool thing about American Classics is those kind of things you can do to them and make them look that much faster.
So you got disc brakes in the front already?
Yeah, disc brakes in the front.
And in the back?
And drums in the rear.
Yeah.
So
that's a legend, you know?
Yeah. That's it. That's a legendary car.
Támogatónk az MKB Euroleasing. Számolhat velünk.
Tort és a megfázás elleni harcot támogatja a Medisztus antivírus lágypasztilla.
A műsor támogatója az Axia Kft. Mezőgazdasági és építőipari szolgáltatások szívvel, lélekkel. A műsor támogatója a Perizsia Consulting Kft. A műsor támogatója a Petronas motorolajok kiemelt forgalmazója, az olajshop.hu.
Oh man. All right, so we are here now.
I think this is the right key. No, other key.
The other key, this
The
one?
other square key, correct. That's the one.
Does it for GM cars? Look at that. So we are right now in your 1970 Pontiac GDO. Let's fire it up.
1970. Fire it up. See what happens.
That's it.
That's it. Just like that.
You don't have as much headroom here.
No. It's the seats. They're high. That's why.
So we got power steering, air conditioning,
Tilt wheel, B&M ratchet shifter with a couple gauges installed for the pressure and the
water temperature.
temp, which is we'll keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Clock delete, so there's no tack. It's on the hood, and then of course your dummy gauges and your speedometer. No AC, heat, but no AC in this one, and a little aftermarket deck.
That's it.
Yeah, that's about it. Pretty simple.
Are they hard to maintain, these cars?
Just tires and oil. Tires and oil. That's the main thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're reliable?
They are reliable.
So you got some power steering?
Power steering, power brakes, and a little bit of power under the hood. Okay.
I've got good brakes.
Yeah, sensitive.
Oh man, it feels like a big car. It feels like a big car. So that's why they call it muscle car, not a pony car.
That's right.
So these were the full-size muscle cars. What were the main counterparts to the GTO. They were the Chevelle.
Absolutely.
It
It had some pretty fierce competition at that time. I mean, it had the Chevelle, it had the Cutlass 442. Of course,
the 442.
Which was it had the GS from Buick, which is a hell of a car. And of course, you know, it had Mopar to deal with, and the pony cars, the Camaro, the Mustangs, the Shelbys. So there was fierce competition at that time. They were smaller, but not necessarily smaller engines.
Yeah.
A lot of these cars can compete with those pony cars, can compete with these cars, no problem.
I think back in at the end of in 1957, when the American Manufacturers Association said that they're gonna close down all the motorsport involvements. After that, they need to focus for the performance to the streets. That's why they put big engines to this A-body. This is an A-body car.
Correct.
This is an A-body, and that's why they put the bigger engines in it, because the young people want to go fast, and they were not allowed to race these cars. So that's why they do street legal race cars, or how can I say it? It was Fast and Furious before Fast and Furious.
That's right. Way before it. A good 50 years before it.
Yeah, it runs smooth. You have so much torque, low range. You don't need to push it hard, man.
No, you really don't. You're right about that.
And we do this all the time, you see?
That's pretty cool.
Just look at the water.
Yeah, we're good right now at 160. We should probably be running at 180, 190, I think our thermostat's set at. So we'll keep an eye on that.
The locking rear differential was an option for these cars? Or?
It was an option.
It was an option.
How's that tack? Is it working? I know there's some water condensation, but it is.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah,
I just saw we are shortly above 1,000 revs, so it's nothing special. I think we should overtake him.
Yeah, let's open it up a little bit. At the light.
Yeah, go at the light. We need to wait for them again. But it runs smooth. I think it's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
You know, because of the suspension. But now you got coilover suspension all around.
No, very stock suspension. No special A-arms, all stock. I think we got some maybe some aftermarket springs, but that's about it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Sway bar, nothing more.
This was the first car I think that features sway bar at the back and then the front.
I didn't know that.
They put the sway bar in the
I
back.
definitely have one in the rear.
Yeah, because of the stability, you know.
Yeah.
You were still able to order this with the closed down headlights, you know, the hidden headlights?
Not the 70.
Not the 70.
69.
That was the last year?
Yes. Which is a pretty cool feature.
Yeah. Everybody loves it.
My 68 Corvette has the flip-up lights. But they're vacuum, so they're always going out. Yeah, it looks like they're winking, you know, it's like the worst.
In older Porsches, you got a hand pump. If they fail, you can pump it up and they open.
Wow.
In 928s and like that.
But it's genius, you know, we need that. I need that. You can't go without lights. Yeah, it's going up. It'll go up to here probably, but it'll stop. You know, if we were on the freeway, no problem.
Because of the cooling,
yeah. I think it's really cool you guys got a whole Cholo lowrider scene in there.
Yeah, awesome, we had a lot of friends.
Unbelievable. That
kind
of culture that started here can go around the world.
Yeah.
And it's more probably dead here than other places in the world, you know, like Japan. So a lot of... did you see something called Cholo Goth there?
Of course, we see everything. Right here?
Yes.
Is it right?
And there's a music group called Prayers.
Yeah.
You've heard of them?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So let's drive to the backyard, or?
Oh, no. We're park where we were at. Right up here next to the meter. Up there more.
Up there more. All right, over there. do a quick look around. I was amazed by the steering column because it seems like solid. But as soon as you turn this,
Telescopic.
it's telescopic.
As well as tilts.
And with this lever in 1966.
Yep. Pretty innovative stuff back then.
You get all the gauges,
Yes.
battery voltage,
Manifold temp even.
manifold temperature.
Yes. It's kind of a weird thing, but yes.
You miss it in nowadays cars.
Yeah.
Even the temperature. All right, it's working or not. Oil pressure. Oh, there you go.
There's our temp gauge.
There's a good temp gauge. So 1966 was the turn point in the Impala's lifespan because, oh, like that. Because they sold more than 1 million of these in the States. So this was the best year for them. And we are sitting in a 66 Impala SS with a 396.
Yep. Big block.
Big block. It's 6.5 liters.
Super sport.
Yeah, Super Sport. But Super Sport was only a trim in 66. It was only a trim level,
Really?
I think. Yeah. They don't put the performance package in it like in the bigger cars with a bigger engine, with the 409s and like that. But SS means separated seats, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. You're the guy, the local guy. You need to. I just do what I want, but we got a lot of space.
A lot of space.
Also,
Nice for families.
perfect.
5, 6 people. No
Yeah.
problem. Road trips, cross country.
And it's a need that you put your hand out. As soon as you put down the windows, you
have
need
to.
to put your hand out.
Necessity. You're not doing it until you got the elbow out.
Oh yeah. So this was the successful car which they made in the 60s, but after I think 1967 or like that, the pony cars came in with big engines and they throw back the sales to half, like 170,000 units only per year.
These large cars are no longer appealing.
Yeah,
huh?
because the GTO came in, the Mustangs, the Camaros, and they
More sporty.
more sporty cars. So these big, heavy cruisers, sales drop down, but they stay until 2020 because they just canceled the Impala name 2 weeks ago, and that's a shame. I think.
Wow.
That's a shame. They don't.
That
produce.
is such an iconic name, iconic car.
Yeah.
In American, car history.
Everybody knows.
Absolutely.
Impalas.
Of course, it's better known for the lowrider scene nowadays.
Yeah, for the rapper guys and like
For the
that.
rappers. Yep. Like to put the wire wheels.
But to be honest, you need to drive it like this.
Absolutely. Stock.
Yeah.
That's
perfect.
right.
Perfect.
Too beautiful not to mess with it.
You had the original stereo with a cassette player.
Cassette player.
You get these big levers so far away from you. Everything's so far
wide,
away.
large.
Do you own one of these?
I have a 64.
You have a 64?
Yeah, 64. But it's got an LS engine in it, so we did the conversion. Yeah. Not as original.
This one has the square tail lights.
Yes.
I think not the separate 3 lights.
Correct. It's got the square lights, not the separate 3 circular lights. Yes. This car is always cool because it is a true big block. It was not changed at any point. It was born this way.
It's a 3-speed transmission.
3-speed transmission.
And that's enough.
All the bells and whistles, and that's more than you can ask for.
Where's the?
I think normally it's right here.
Oh.
There it is. This car's been in a lot of music videos. It was in a Kawhi Leonard on the Clippers Adidas commercial just a couple months back.
Oh, really?
He drove it around LA. Yeah, most of our cars are done for use for that kind of a thing.
But it's absolutely drivable, so no problems with it.
No, solid car.
And especially it's a convertible, so it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, this has a lot of value. This is you're right about that. It's not a cheaper car. It's convertible, super sport, big block Impala. It's got everything you want.
What's the main difference between the 64 and the 67?
The body style is completely different actually. These are larger, they're wider, they're a couple inches longer.
They get rid of the, they had pillarless,
yes.
How can I say,
yes.
Glasses?
Correct. Pillarless glasses, windows all the way around.
Do you like our 64?
I do like 64. You know, it's got its own kind of following. That's not necessarily the car purist, more of a lowrider, hip-hop type car, but I still like the lines of it, the history of it.
We are done? Yeah. Right. So we should park over here. Mit vársz tőlem, Bence? Te, mint úgynevezett főszerkesztő, hogy köszönjek el? Érted? Ott repül bele a repülőgép a felhőbe. Jönnek a V8-ak, ott is egy, ott is egy. Ilyen a hangja, tudod? Az autónak. Gyere, hallgass meg, oda teszem a mikrofont. Lemez! This is lemez! Lemez meg a V8. Ezért jöttünk ide. Iratkozz fel, kis csengő, nagy csengő, feliratkozom gomb, követem gomb, Instagramon, Facebookon, nézd meg egy műanyag lökhárítós Infinity. Ne fordulj már oda, csak vicceltem. Ezen is műanyag lökhárító például. Nagyon fontos. Még nagyon jó adások jönnek innen Amerikából. Nem tudom, hogy ez mikor megy, meg hol vagyunk éppen, de az biztos, hogy ez a kis krúzolás itt a környéken megmarad. Ha esik az eső, ha nem. Figyelj, az autóbuzériának nem áll semmi az útjába, Bence. Betonkeverős eset az égből, érted? Vakandaiak hullhatnak az égből. Akkor is gurulunk egyet, mert ezért jöttünk ide. Hibátlan. Ha tetszett a videó, nyomj egy lájkot és iratkozz fel, hogy ne maradj le semmiről. Ha pedig valami menő speedzone-os cucc kell, akkor irány a webshop.